what's going on YouTube? MarineX back at it again. Listen, these are some emergency supplies you should keep in the bed of your truck. If you've mollied your truck, if you have storage system in your truck, whatever the case may be, let me give you a few ideas for some items you might want to keep in your truck just in case there's an all-out emergency. First, let's just talk about it, the back of my truck. For the actual setup of my truck, I am using the Builtright Industries MOLLE panel, the side panels for their 2008 through 2019 GMC Sierras and also Chevy Silverados. If you haven't seen that video of me actually installing that, I'll make sure I link that up for you. But let's just talk about how I keep this truck set up specifically, okay? So the left side of the truck is more for get home, survival, hunting type stuff. And the right side of the truck is all out vehicle emergencies, some type of emergencies. Maybe I'm the first one on the scene and I can help someone out. So with that being said, that gives you a basis of how I keep everything set up. I usually keep those bungee cords engaged. So I'm gonna work my way from the front of the bed to the very back. I believe that the front of the bed absolutely is the most important. So, all right, so if you look here, I keep an 1110 trauma kit. Now, I don't believe in keeping an ouchie boo-boo kit for absolute trauma. So you see I have several of these kits. I have them in my packs. I keep them in my EDC. This pack is a little bit different because it is tearaway. All of their other kits do not have the tearaway backing. It costs a little bit more and it has a few more supplies inside. The tearaway kit also comes with the scissors just in case you need to cut off a piece of clothing, article of clothing, to access that as well. So underneath that, I keep a tourniquet, and the tourniquet, like I say with all other tourniquets there, it is slightly loose. And then I keep a Sharpie next to it just in case I need to apply this to someone else. And I'm leave the scene, I'm giving a police report or something like that, write the time for which the tourniquet was applied. So these two items by far are the most important for when you're coming up on a scene and there may be someone that needs help. So a regular boo-boo kit is kept in the front of my truck for, you know, scrapes and slings and all the other type of stuff. But major trauma, just as a reminder, this kit includes things: Israeli bandage. It also has another tourniquet in here. It has gloves. It has a way to apply CPR. It has a chem light, you know, so this is going to provide the major trauma, immediate action type stuff. Very slim kit. And this is the most important, where you're not digging around some huge mech kit that you picked up, you know, from Amazon or something like that. This is an American made bag with an American sourced item, so an American company. That's why I love it so much. This tourniquet holder is also by 1110. So next to that, we do keep a fire extinguisher. So the fire extinguisher, I like this one. It's an ABC fire extinguisher. So this is good for all the chemicals and gas and all that good stuff. The reason I like this fire extinguisher so much is that it includes a holder, and it's a one latch holder. So you just take that, boom, just like that. You are within the system. And with one hand, I can reapply it. So pretty easy. Right next to that, you ever seen those triangles on the side of the road and, you know, somebody gets into an emergency or something like that, you know, that you set up just so you don't get mowed down by another vehicle or something like that? That's what these are. And I have them all in here with a quick fist clamp. And the thing I like about this is it's a 10-inch clamp. So if I want to use this for something else, I can, but I can easily access the actual triangles by just simply taking off the top. Or if needed to, I can take off the entire quick fist clamp and take it to wherever I need it. It's just nice to have these things available, ready to use, and I don't have to worry about trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep people from seeing us. Next to that are some other super important items. If I get kind of put into like a first responder type status, you know, I want the ability possibly pry my way into a vehicle to help someone out. So I do keep the Stanley Fat Max Extreme. Now this thing here is in a very extreme breaching kit type pry bar, you know, and the thing I like about it a lot is I've had this thing nearly 11 years and it really gets the job done. Now, if I'm gonna be doing something like that and possibly interacting with glass, which, you know, is something you gotta think about, the only thing in this pouch literally is some iPro, so that if I need to use this pry bar tool and I'm going to be working my way into a vehicle or something like that, I keep glass out of my eyes, and a pair of gloves. And so that way, you know, I have the ability to keep myself safe. And if I have time, I will grab this stuff. Like I say, if it is an all-out acute emergency or something like that, I might not have time to grab these items. I understand that, but just having the option for them, I believe, is really important. Now, as we move towards the back of the vehicle, the items become a little bit less emergency, fast action emergency. So this is, I have a little bit more time. I've set up the triangles. Maybe I'm helping myself out. Maybe I'm helping someone else out. You guys know I have onboard air on this truck. So in this kit, I keep the actual air hose and all the attachments, and also the blower and the inflator. All that's kept here in this kit, always nice and neat together. Then in the very back of my truck, I keep a Pro Eagle jack. That thing weighs about 60 pounds. That thing's a beast, but it can lift my truck up. So meaning it can lift most vehicles on the road. This is a 3-ton jack, so I can handle a lot of vehicles with this thing. It comes with that extension on the top, right? So if you have a lifted truck or something like that, this thing can easily handle that. And I think I need to do a 1-year review on this jack. I've had it for quite a long time, and I mean, this thing has just gotten the job done. It's really, really, really good jack. So the very back, let's start in the back for the get home side. This is my emergency kit with my truck EDC tools and emergency equipment. I'll make sure I link a video up if you're interested in what I keep in that big old Pelican case. And it just really comes in handy. Continue moving forward. I do keep a couple of radios here. And these things mostly get used when it's time to go hunting. But I think that, how do you pronounce it? The Bayfoing, or however you pronounce those radios. These things, I keep the charger in this kit now, and I just keep these right next to each other, and they're on the same frequency. So if it is a get home situation, then I can use these, but most of the time I use these for hunting. This is my daughter's get home bag. If you haven't seen a video about that, I'll link this up below, but I keep this, the furthest most. Next to it is my urban assault kit. Now this kit is a get home bag, but it doesn't have as much comfort items in it. It doesn't have a lot of sleeping stuff. This is really designed if there's civil unrest and I need to get from A to B, possibly fight, but mostly evade my way to get home. And I'll link a video up if you haven't seen that. So next to my urban assault kit is my normal get home bag. This is the furthest most to the front, mainly because if I do need to get home, completely abandon my vehicle, my EMP shield doesn't work, something, I blow 2 tires, something like that. This thing can handle, up to a 15 to 20 mile walk. I have enough supplies in here to make that happen. And I'll link this up below as well. So the very front of my setup, I generally keep empty. I do have the Gerber infantry knife, which is a survival type knife, just in case I want to do some whittling, or if I need self-defense. It has a hammer and it has other built-in things, and it has, I can start a fire with this thing and all that good stuff. I generally keep this area blank though, because whatever bag I'm EDCing, I want to keep it, put it here, so that way I can take it, clip it in with my hero clip. And listen, all these bags are clipped in with a hero clip. If you guys haven't checked these things out, you have got to check out these hero clips. These things work great, and I don't have to worry about these ever coming loose. My bags don't move around, they don't break, so I can take these things, kind of clip this in. It has a 360-degree motion, so you can hang this from a bag, so you can hang this from a table rather. So I mainly use this like if I go to a coffee shop or something like that. But now I can clip this in and it doesn't move anywhere. So my EDC bag, for the most part, usually doesn't go inside of my vehicle. It's usually clipped in into the back. And of course, once again, we have the 1110 and we have a Leatherman Raptor tool. So last thing we talk about is the actual pump for that jack. I keep that on the underside of my diamond back, just in case I need to use that. And then the very, very top, we do have a shovel. I think I'm probably gonna stop carrying that. I see a lot of people carrying shovels. This is not my first rodeo with like being prepared for emergencies. And other than like when I'm hunting, I don't go mudding in this truck. And I can't ever remember a scenario where I needed a shovel in an emergency in Texas. A lot of times in these type of kits, you'll see people carrying either an axe or they'll carry a maul. I don't see the point in these either. I mean, I guess if you live in a wooded area like Colorado or something like that, where there's a high likelihood that a tree could fall across the road. But I mean, if someone gets into an accident and a tree has fallen onto their car, I guess you could use this, but this is not as fast as you think it is to, to remove a large limb or something like that. And you can also seriously injure yourself if you don't use this properly. In an emergency situation, if you're not properly swinging a maul or an axe, you can freaking slice your leg off. So those are things you got to think about. I don't carry these in an emergency situation, but you know, I might swap one of these out for that shovel. I mean, let me know, guys. Let me know if you think I should swap it out. Tell me a scenario where I might need these things. I've never needed them before. Hey, but listen, man, that's it. Listen, if you're not a part of the battalion, man, hit that subscribe button, man. Just hit that. Come on, join the battalion. We would absolutely love to have you. Make sure you keep on checking out stuff like this. Matter of fact, if you like this, click here. I'm gonna put some more videos up. You can check those out, get some more ideas for yourself. In the meantime, we'll speak soon.